Welcome back to the Athletic Center pregame show. The Athletic Center, your one-stop shop for all of your sports needs. Whatever the sport, the Athletic Center has you covered from head to toe. Dennis Stevens, Melissa Thomas with you on the call tonight between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Rockets in one semifinal of the Second Region All-A Classic. Caldwell County, the host school on the girls' side this season. So a game here at the Cab. Crowd starting to roll in. Good crowd on both sides. Hope everybody will come on out and enjoy a good game tonight between Caldwell County and Crittenden County. Let's take a look real quick at the injury report brought to you by Caldwell Medical Center. Caldwell Medical Associates Orthopedic Clinic is your one-stop shop for orthopedic care to get you back out on the court. Our skilled team of providers have the experience and knowledge to treat and diagnose a wide range of orthopedic services. Caldwell Medical Associates is a proud sponsor of Caldwell County Athletics. Melissa, it's good to get in the middle of January. Everybody's still reasonably healthy. You've had a few sprained ankles, a few nicks here and there, but everybody's suited up for action tonight for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, it seems to be that way. I know Briley Butts has had some issues with pneumonia, but other than that, the Lady Tigers are everybody's healthy and ready to play. And
while we're on injury reports, we've had a lot of people ask about how Colin Whittington is doing from the boys' game the other night at Livingston Central. Took an extremely hard fall. It was really anxious for several minutes there on the court as Colin was knocked out on a play where he went up for a block, came down not purposely undercut, but from an undercut position, landed on his head and on his shoulder. Had a chance to talk to him before the game here tonight. He's in the crowd. Said he's sore, especially up around that shoulder that he landed on, but going through basically just your basic concussion protocol. Not expected to miss a great deal of time if everything keeps going well. So a lot of answered prayers for Colin.
Such a scary time. You know, this sports are dangerous in general. We've seen it on every level from Little League up through the NFL. These kids literally sacrifice their bodies. And a fall like that is not only does that affect Colin and his family, but the entire team. I was listening on the radio when that happened, and all I could think about was Carter Whittington, the brother, his brother that continued and played the rest of that game like a competitor would. So intense moment, but it's just a reminder, too, that, this is just a game. Right. And when it comes to someone's health, when I saw Colin down there, it almost brought a tear to my eye because, we put so much time and energy into this, but at the end of the day, it's just a game. And our health is so much more important than that. So I'm thankful that, praise God, that Colin is healthy and he's here and he's going to make a full recovery. But those things are very scary.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Mitchell after the game that night, and we both agreed to just kind of put it in perspective when you see a player carted off the court on a stretcher and a neck brace and a body board like that. And you're right, it just makes it just more of a game, and you realize it at those times. Just about 8 minutes before we tip this one off, this is going to be a good one between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Rockets tonight here in semifinal action of the All-A. Melissa, a couple of players that you think are going to be key for Caldwell County tonight.
So just remembering back to last time we played Crittenden, there's two players that had monster games for us. One of those was Davany Williams. She finished the game with 8 points. And Lulu Thompson, she had 18, led us in scoring the last time we played. We were able to really get that ball inside and do some damage underneath, shooting those high percentage shots around the basket. I think those two players are key. A third player is going to be Tink Clark. Tink's she's our third leading scorer. She's kind of had I don't want to say a shooting slump, but she has had some trouble. She's struggled from the field here lately, so I'd like to see her start this game with some confidence and shoot the basketball. She's got to shoot. She's got to be a scorer for us, especially when Morgan Akins is in the game and she's off the ball. I feel like she can really be that next player to step up and get into double figures for us.
Talk to us about something back in your playing days and in your coaching days, the similarity. If a player comes out and misses the first one or two shots, they kind of pull the reins back a little bit. They're a little timid to shoot the ball the rest of the night. On the flip side, you make one or two, and you feel like you're throwing it into a bathtub.
It matters. Confidence, especially in girls basketball, is where it's at. It makes all the difference in the world. And a lot of times players will stop shooting. Well, you may need to stop shooting threes, but you need to start taking the ball to the basket to get your legs underneath you a little bit. And so,
Great point.
that's what you can't ever stop shooting. But you may want to change the shot selection a little bit when your shots aren't falling. But Tink has the ability to come out. We've started several games this year with her hitting a couple threes to start the game. I would love to see that happen tonight.
It's a big opportunity for Caldwell County. Winner of this one gets the winner of Lyon County and Fort Campbell. That game scheduled for 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon, also here at the CAB, the championship game. So looking forward to Caldwell County having a legitimate chance to get in that game. And you assume, I guess you wrongly maybe, but you assume Lyon County will probably win that game. Mm-hmm. Another team that Caldwell County has a 7-point loss to and played a very good game at their place.
This tournament is anyone's to win.
Right.
And it's exciting for me that this is for all of us, is that this is on our home court. I hope that gives us an advantage. But any little advantage, I think, matters with the teams that are left in this tournament, because I wouldn't want to be placing bets on this tournament because there's no sure things anywhere. Lyon County is an exceptional team, but we're all a lot alike. We're all very balanced. We're all young, depending on young players, and so it's going to be interesting how this all plays out.
And I think a part of ours that we're starting to peak a little bit right about now is getting used to a brand new coach this season. Coach David Brown came in, had a tough schedule to start out the season with, all new faces that he had to get used to, knew who he could go to after a timeout. And part of it, who can you get on too hard? Who can you push to the limit? Who do you have to hold back a little bit and say, come on, you can do this? And tell us a little bit from your coaching days how hard that is for him to get used to this season.
There's a huge, major learning curve when there's a coaching change, because it's everything down to the terminology, what you call things. And that is really difficult, especially for young kids, young players. Lady Tigers didn't have the summer to work all that out because he was hired so late. That matters. And so it's just taken us some time to get used to the systems that are in place, the language. And sometimes it takes years to figure out how to motivate some of these girls. And he's barely had 5 minutes. So he's learning the kids are learning him. And that's why you've seen the growth that you've seen, I feel like. All of our players, they bought in. They're playing hard. They're putting forth a lot of effort. And we're continuing to get better and continuing to grow. And that's really all you can ask for.
We've talked a lot about the offense and what we can do, maybe work the ball inside like we did at the Butler Gym. Defensively, this is a team that's really grown, and they're causing their share of turnovers now, not the ones committing them.
Yes, and I think just intensity on defense, effort on defense, and also knowing the rotation. I've seen us improve in that department as well. Not giving up those easy baskets because someone was in the wrong spot. I really think we'll see us play that one. I think you'll see the 1-3-1. I think you'll see the 1-2 half-court trap, and then we may have to match up. But the key is going to be knowing the other team's personnel. If we have to pack it in, if we have to play a zone, we've got to know where their shooters are. Right. We've got to know where Anna Boone is. We've got to know where Jordan Hodge is. Those kids that are shooting a high percentage from the three-point line, we have to know where those players are and key on them. If we're able to do that, we'll be successful. Yeah,
you gotta have everybody in the house know where number 2 is.
Absolutely.
For Crittenden County tonight. She comes in averaging, number 2 being Anna Boone, averaging 21.4 a game. So that's a key player to keep an eye on tonight for Crittenden County. 2.5 minutes before we tip this one off, we'll take a 1-minute break and be back for tonight's starting lineups and the opening tip. This has been the Athletic Center pregame show. Welcome back to the cab as we are closer to tip-off between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Rockets. Semifinal action in the second region All-A Classic Girls Tournament here at the cab. Caldwell County, Crittenden County in the opener tonight. These two teams met back on December 5th in that throwback game at the Butler. A big crowd that night, a hot environment. It was a fun night early in the season, though. You're looking at, Melissa, that's just the third game for Coach Brown to coach these ladies this season. Now he's got several more games under his belt after a very tough schedule. Started out the season with Marshall County. You're not going to get much tougher than having that as your opening game. So I'm expecting big things from Caldwell County. Just a 7-point loss that night, and we couldn't make a free throw if you laid $100 at the line that night, it seemed like.
Well, we've struggled off and on in every game we played at the free throw line. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that there. But I think you're going to see two totally different teams tonight.
I think it's going to be a good one. Teams going to their benches. We're going to pause now for the national anthem. When we come back, it's starting lineups and the opening tip between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Rockets. Back to the cab as we get set for the Lady Tigers and the Lady Rockets. Starting lineups being introduced. First for Crittenden County, it's number 2, Anna Boone, a sophomore. She's followed onto the court by number 22, Elliott Evans, sophomore. Number 11, Jordan Hodge, an 8th grader, and one of the more talented players you're going to see in the second region altogether. Number 20, Andrea Frederico, a sophomore, and number 25, Briston Rushing, a sophomore. So 4 sophomores and an 8th grader take the court for Crittenden County. For the Lady Tigers, it's freshman Tink Clark, number 1. Number 2, also a freshman, Med Thomas. Number 5, Briley Butts in the starting lineup tonight, the junior that's been playing some great basketball lately. Number 21, Jakaya Copeland. And number 22, Morgan Akins, the junior. Briley Butts recovering from a little illness here lately. Looked good in the last game out. Melissa, we were here setting up for tonight's broadcast, and Briley hitting just about every shot she put up in warm-ups, so I hope it carries over. Tip-off tonight brought to you by Travis Construction and Concrete for all of your construction and concrete needs, as well as driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, decorative concrete, remodels, and more. Good luck, Tigers and Lady Tigers. Here's to building a successful year from Travis Construction and Concrete. And an error on the toss-up. I think the ball slipped out of the referee's hands. I don't think I've ever seen that. Ball is up. Tip is on the floor, controlled by Crittenden County, and we are underway in the All-A Classic semis. Underneath it goes to Crittenden County, knocked out of bounds by,
I'd like to go the replay for
Ja'Kiah
that.
Copeland, but the official from the sideline comes in, corrects the call, and Caldwell County will get possession.
Referees are on the struggle bus to start this game, Dennis.
1-2-2, full court pressure. Caldwell County gets it to Clark. Up it goes. One at Aikens. It's knocked out of bounds by Crittenden County. It'll stay Lady Tiger basketball.
You know, those long cross-court passes are going to be very difficult. We need to shorten our passing lanes a little bit, make the sure pass.
Butts to put it in play. Wanted to get it in on a bounce pass to Copeland. Kicked back out of bounds by number 2, Anna Boone. So Briley will get a second chance at it, just underway here at the Cab. Inside it goes to Copeland. Copeland off the glass, no good. And rebound down to Federico. She'll hand it off to Boone. Boone takes it up the court, looks down low. Shot no good underneath. Rebound Crittenden County. A tie up down low. And the possession arrow back to Caldwell County.
Both teams struggling early to put the ball in the hole. We've had some shots inside the paint on both ends of the floor. Let's see if we can work the jitters out.
Butts gets it into Aikens, back to Butts. She'll get it over to Aikens. Caldwell County much improved against that 1-2-2 pressure. Butts takes it to the lane, up off the glass, no good. Rebound down to Rushing. Crittenden County quickly back up the court, shot up, no good. And that one's going to be out of bounds. It was a matter, you had Med Thomas in the right spot, but just did not establish herself back in the court area off the baseline. So it's Lady Rocket basketball. A three on the inbound, no good. Good block out by Ja'Kiah Copeland. Keeping the ball alive as Med Thomas tracks it down in the corner. 1 minute gone here in the first quarter. No score. Caldwell County with the basketball. Man-to-man defense by Crittenden County, and Clark loses the handle across the baseline, out of bounds. Turnover, Caldwell County.
Both teams just struggling so far in the first minute to find some flow of the game.
Caldwell County now man-to-man defensively. It's Butts guarding Boone down low. That's going to be a great matchup to watch throughout this one. Back to Boone it goes on the right wing. Butts on her. A curl off the free throw line, out of bounds. Turnover, Lady Rockets.
So far, so good. I think Briley's going to give Boone a hard time tonight. So if she can continue to keep her outside the paint, we'll be successful.
Morgan Aikens out of the ball game. In is Nyla Sykes, number 15. Med Thomas dribbles between two defenders. Wanted to go to Butts. That one knocked over by Boone, but stepped on the sideline trying to get it back in.
Yeah, we can't have any lazy passes. This Crittenden County Rocket team, they know what they're doing. They're in position, so we got to shorten the court, make short, crisp passes.
Caldwell gets it into Copeland, right back to Butts. Butts has it at the top of the key, hands it off to Clark. Clark looks it over, standing on the logo, guarded by number 11, Jordan Hodge. Out to Copeland, to Sykes. Sykes thought about the jumper from the elbow, takes it inside, puts the shot up, no good, but she'll go to the line for tonight's first two Goodwin Insurance free throws.
That's a good job by Nala using that up fake and getting the foul. She's the best that we have at that, Dennis, of just using her shoulders, shot fake, and getting to the line.
First one up, and a friendly bounce over the front of the rim, drops. Free throws brought to you by Goodwin Insurance, your locally owned independent insurance agency capable of handling all of your insurance needs. Contact Goodwin Insurance anytime for a free quote. Second free throw by Sykes, up off the back of the rim, no good. Copeland high for the rebound, but it's stolen away by Crittenden County. Ball goes out of bounds, knocked away, they say, by Sykes, and it'll stay Lady Rocket basketball.
I like that trap. We had Boone down there in the corner. I don't think it was a design trap, but they just saw the opportunity to trap her, and we almost got that turnover.
Butts picks up Boone at half court. Boone swings it over to number 22, Evans. Back over to Federico. Federico drives the side of the lane, no good. Rebound is going to end up in a tie-up. Sykes for Caldwell County able to get 2 hands on it. Possession arrow keeps it with the Lady Rockets. 5:42 left in the first. 1-0 game right now. Caldwell County with the lead. Pass comes in, no good on the shot. Sykes big on the board for Caldwell County. Takes it herself back into the front court. Everybody turned the back on Sykes. She gives it over to Thomas. Thomas back to Sykes. Sykes left hand into the lane, takes it all the way to the hole, blocked out of bounds. Lady Tigers will keep possession underneath their own basket.
A lot of contact on that play. We got to continue to get to the rim. We're doing a good job of penetrating to the basket.
Briley Butts to put it in play for the Lady Tigers. Goes to Sykes. Sykes uses that left hand down to the right block. She's cut off. Open, though, just inside the free throw line was Med Thomas. Missed the shot. Rebound Sykes. Up and in for Caldwell County. A 3-0 lead for the Lady Tigers. Boone at the point. Gets past Butts. Pulls up at the left elbow. That one halfway down, back out. Tink Clark with the rebound for Caldwell County. She'll hustle it back up to half court. Net there by Hodge.
We're not going to shut Anna Boone down, but we're got to make her earn everything she gets.
A steal by Federico over to Boone. Off on the three, but a rebound underneath by Crittenden County misses. Another rebound by Crittenden. Kick out to Boone again. And she scores from the three-point line. 3-3 now.
Second chance points. We got to keep them off the glass.
Up to Sykes. Sykes over to Copeland. Kicks it out to Tink Clark.
Good job.
Just inside the three-point line. Nice jumper by Clark.
Good job of getting the ball from one end to the other. They were in their trap, and we handled it very confidently. I love our confidence right now.
Boone drives. Dump off down low. No good. Ball loose on the floor. Med Thomas comes up with it for Caldwell County. She's going to circle the wagons back around and let the team get up the court. Hands it off to Clark.
Good decision right there to pull that ball out.
Clark wanted to go right now. Has to turn left. You've got a lot of hand checking going on by Hodge. And a travel called on Sykes.
You know, Crittenden is so aggressive. Their hands are all over us. If they're going to let this game play this aggressive, we're going to have to pick up our aggressiveness on the other end.
I agree. That is, you can stand a little bit of hand check at the initial part of the dribble, but when you're following somebody with more or less a push away from the basket, that's got to get called. Or you start doing it some on your own.
Yes.
Jordan Hodge has it knocked away. Akins knocks it out of bounds. Crittenden County will keep possession. 3:37 left to play in the first quarter.
Great defense by Morgan Akins right there. She saved us a basket with her help defense.
Lob to Boone, up and in. Had two players on the front side of Boone. She put the hand up, and a perfect pass ties us up at 5. Akins goes left side, gets around the defender Federico, up off the glass and in. Nice farmer's bank shot by Morgan Akins.
That's a mismatch there for Morgan, so we need to recognize and take advantage of that.
Boone takes it to the hole, misses the shot, but Briley Butts is going to get called for the foul. Or was it, did they get Clark? They did get Clark. I thought it was maybe Butts on the foul.
Well, you know, we talked about that to begin the game. We can't let Anna Boone make a living from the free throw line. We got to keep her outside the paint, and we can't bail her out by fouling her.
You don't see a lot of high school girls teams shoot 70% from the line, but this team does, and they will take advantage of that. Butts and Sykes both come out. Copeland and Thompson into the game for Caldwell County. Second free throw was no good. Thompson with the rebound on a nice box out of Federico. It is Clark met by Hodge, a freshman and an 8th grader. Inside, Thomas had the shot blocked from behind by Anna Boone.
Yeah, it was a great look from Jakaya. She was falling out of bounds, saw Med standing there, got the ball to her. I don't think Med saw Anna Boone coming.
Yeah, and Boone has good size.
She does.
She's going to be somewhere in that 5'10", maybe 5'11" range. It's Akins trying to dribble baseline, knocked out of bounds by Boone. Caldwell County keeps possession. 2:52 left to play in the first quarter. 7-6, Caldwell County with the lead in a low-scoring game. Inbounds pass to Copeland, blocked by Federico. It's Crittenden County back the other way with Boone. Boone wants to go down the left side of that lane. Dumps it off to Evans. Evans drives baseline, no good. Ball out of bounds. And I did not see an indication from the official. Looks like he's going to leave it with Crittenden County.
We had excellent position on that. We just got to grab it.
Boone looks to put it in play. Goes inside to Evans. Evans brings it back out to Hodge. Hodge drives right down the middle of the lane. Kick out Federico, gives up the three. Goes back to Hodge. Hodge fakes the three, now drives in. Shot up and in off the glass. And Crittenden County's first lead of the night at 8-7.
That's also the first player outside of Boone to score for the Lady Rockets.
It's Thomas on the right wing. Double team, gets down in the corner. Goes back to Thompson. Thompson's pass to Copeland is deflected. Crittenden County comes away with it.
Good
and a
defense.
good steal by Med Thomas on the other end. She's going to take it to the left side. Let the team catch back up over to Aikens. Sets up for a three. That one's short. Ball loose on the floor, and Crittenden County comes away with it. Up court it goes to Federico. Gets behind the defense, up and in off the glass. Andrea Federico gives Crittenden County a 10-7 lead. Just over a minute and a half left to play in the first quarter. Thomas down low. Nice look underneath. And it's Lulu Thompson off the glass for Farmers Bank shot. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, your home of the Tiger debit card, the card that gives back to future athletes of Caldwell County. 118, Crittenden County with the 1-point lead. Boone drives, left-hand shot, no good. Federico with the rebound. Now it's knocked loose on the floor. I think Tink stood on the baseline as she finally got control of the basketball. Aikens back out, Sykes back in for Caldwell County. Inbound pass to Federico all the way at the top of the key. Takes a left-hand drive, knocked loose by Sykes. Crittenden County able to pick it up now, still loose on the floor.
Hustle.
Good job by Jakaya Copeland getting down on the floor with Anna Boone. Tie-up will give it to Caldwell County on the possession arrow.
That's your senior leader right there, and hopefully everybody else is going to jump on her bandwagon.
Substitution for Caldwell County. Thompson out, Davini Williams in. It looks like Coach Brown substituting freely, trying to keep fresh bodies out there for the Lady Tigers.
I think that's a good idea. This game's intense, and so it's, you got to keep fresh legs out there.
1-point game, under a minute to play in the first quarter. Clark tries to cross over on Hodge, takes it to the left side, and again loses the handle on it. A couple of uncharacteristic turnovers by Tink Clark handling the basketball here in the first quarter. Crittenden County will put it in play in the backcourt. It is Boone bringing it across, this time picked up by Med Thomas defensively. She gives it up to Hodge. Hodge has Clark on her. A backdoor cut that's stolen away. Jakaya Copeland. Copeland has 1-on-3. She's going to pull that back around. Pass ends up with Thomas. Thomas fires, rims out, rebound Caldwell County. Copeland gets it back to Sykes. Sykes off the glass, too strong. Rebound rushing. A tie up underneath. And the possession arrow will go back to Crittenden County with roughly 16 seconds left in the first quarter.
Nyla caught that ball in the middle of the paint. It was a great shot, and then she dribbled into the defense. Sometimes it's better to get closer to the basket, and sometimes it didn't. I think she should have pulled up right there, knocked that shot down.
Much better angle. You're right. I agree with you. It's Boone on a quick drive, puts it in for Crittenden County. Heave at the buzzer is no good. After one, it's the Lady Rockets 12, Lady Tigers 9. Back after this. Welcome back to the Cab. It's All A Classic semifinal action. After 1 quarter of play, it's Crittenden County 12, Caldwell County 9. Sykes to put it in play to start the second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors. Everything a home should be at Cozy Living Interiors. Caldwell gets it into Clark. Clark picked up by Hodge at midcourt. There's 2 kids that have played a lot of basketball at a young age. Clark gets by, puts it off the glass, up and in on the left side.
I like that matchup, Hodge against Clark. That's going to be for years to come.
Hodge with the basketball on the right side, guarded closely by Clark. Circles back around, wanted a handoff to Boone. Boone able to control it, gets it to Federico. Caldwell County bringing Copeland way out on Federico. They'll turn it back over to Hodge. Hodge, the 8th grader, dribbling against Clark. Baseline curl coming out to pick it up was Evans. Evans gets it back on the wing, looks it over. They want to go inside to Federico. Shot up, no good. And that should be out on Federico. Good job not to back down inside. Ja'Kiah Copeland held some ground. They got the ball deep to Federico, but the defense was still there by Copeland.
You know, there's lots of different ways you can play that low block. We're choosing to play behind her. So far, so good on that.
Morgan Akins back in the ball game for Caldwell County. You've got Akins, Butts, Sykes, Thompson, and Copeland for Caldwell County on the floor. Pass gets away. Nice wraparound pass up and in for the basket. Ja'Kiah Copeland. Great assist for Morgan Akins. Caldwell County back in front by 1. Hodge to Federico. Federico drives the lane. Kick out to Evans. 3 is good from the right side. Lady Rockets back out in front by 2 at 15-13. 6.5 to play in the first half.
What a great game so far. Back and forth.
2-2-1 pressure from the half court now by Crittenden County. Caldwell County breaks it. Sykes tried to feed it over to Thompson, but Sykes, that's one of those times you got that extra pass we don't like. Melissa, she had the open shot, tried to take it over to Thompson across the lane, kicked out of bounds. Lady Tigers keep possession with Butts looking for someone to get it in play to. And a 5-second call.
That's tough right there.
Well defended by Crittenden County. You got to tip your hat to this team defensively sometimes.
I think both teams do an exceptional job defensively.
Hodge, left wing, cut, and getting away with a travel was number 22, Elliott Evans, puts it up and in. Biggest lead of the night now for Crittenden County at 4, 17-13. As we go under 6 minutes to play in the half. Caldwell County having trouble getting it in the half court, and a timeout has to be called by Coach Brown because the 10-second count was about to be on. We'll keep it right here, Camden. Tell our folks about our fine timeout sponsors this season, and that is U-Ride. U-Ride gives you that hometown feel by providing personalized appointments to accommodate your busy schedule and remaining committed to you even after the sale. Contact our friends Lee Hughes and Tommy Harrison for an appointment. That's U-Ride of Princeton. 5:53 left in the first half. Crittenden County up 17-13, but this one, at least starting out, Melissa, as close as we anticipated.
It is, and that timeout was called. Crittenden's gone to a 2-2-1 three-quarter court press, and I'm not sure we recognize that. So maybe coaches called a timeout there to draw up something, let them know, hey, we need to kind of change our approach to what we do against this. And looking out there now, it looks like they switched back, which is exactly what I would do as a coach to the 1-2. Actually, they're in a 1-3-1 right now. Which I'm not sure we've seen so far this year.
Caldwell County at 5-9 on the season, but Coach, you look back maybe 10 games ago, Caldwell County would have had a slew of turnovers against some of these defenses.
Yes.
Some contact on the shot by Sykes, no call. Sykes gets the rebound back, kicks it back out. A 3 from the corner by Butts, no good. That one goes out of bounds. It's Lady Rocket basketball, but that's the maturity and growth of this team so far in just a matter of a short amount of games.
Exactly right. We're not throwing the ball all over the court regardless of what Crittenden is in, so that definitely shows that we've made a lot of progress.
Caldwell County will have Butts picking up Boone at half court. Little 1-2-2 by Caldwell County here. Lady Tigers really spread it out. Over it goes to number 15 just in the game, Holman. He'll kick it across to Federico. Federico drives into the lane. A kick out again. Open three by Boone. And that's one you can't leave out front. Crittenden County worked it to perfection. And now the Lady Rockets out to a 7-point advantage. Steal underneath. Ball knocked away from Akins. Crittenden County gets it back. Boone brings it across half court. Stutter step, takes it up, and off the rim, no good. Great position by Lulu Thompson, and did finally get the call as number 25 rushing was all over the back of Thompson.
It was a late whistle. I thought they were going to call the foul there on Lulu.
I was wondering when they were going to at least call a foul. Team Clark back into the ball game for Caldwell County. Sykes is going to come out for the Lady Tigers. 4:51 left to play in the first half. Winner advances to the All-A Regional Championship game Saturday here at the Cab at 2 o'clock. Butts gets the pass, drives right side up off the glass, does not get it. Rebound to Butts, goes back up with it and gets fouled.
What I love about that play is, Briley just missed a three in the corner, is a little bit rushed. And so what does she do? We talked about this earlier. Miss a perimeter shot, take the ball to the hole. Find your feet, get to the line. The free throw is the best place to find your rhythm in your shooting. And so hopefully these two free throws will get Briley going.
Familiar 3-dribble pause, 2-dribble pause, shot. High bounce off the back of the rim, falls right back through. Breaks a little bit of a drought for Caldwell County, 20-14 now as Thomas comes out. Williams in for Caldwell County. Goodwin Insurance free throw by Briley Butts. Gets set for the second one. This one up. Strong off the back of the rim, no good. Knocked out of bounds, I think, by Crittenden County, and was.
That should be our ball.
That was number 4, Morgan Stewart. Got a hand on it, but knocked it out of bounds. So Caldwell County with a chance to keep this possession alive. But has got to get it into somebody. And that one's going to go off of Crittenden County. But Crittenden County really defending these inbound plays toughly.
They are, and it's rare that you see a team play man-to-man on out-of-bounds plays because usually there's so many screens set, but they're doing an exceptional job of switching on those screens.
And it comes to Akins in the left corner. Akins dribbles it back around, wanted to get to Clark. Clark comes back to the ball, picks it up. Now drives from the top of the key. This one up, runner no good, but strong with the rebound, shot no good. Clark able to corral it in the lane, shot up no good. Davany Williams battling underneath with Boone, and a foul called on Davany Williams. But good determination by Caldwell County on that offensive end to keep that possession going.
We could not get that ball to go down, but we had, 3 offensive rebounds right there?
4:17 left to play in the first half. Lady Rockets up 20-14. Anna Boone gives it up on the right side to Evans. Evans goes off a screen, gets it back to Boone on the left side. Head fake, 3 up and good, and Boone starting to feel it a little bit for Crittenden County as the Lady Rockets open it up by 9 at 23-14.
Yeah, there's a couple moving screens in there, so we got to get through those screens somehow. That's a kick ball.
And it goes out of bounds. It'll stay Lady Tiger basketball. Akins back out, Sykes in for Caldwell County. Clock stopped with the out of bounds at 3:43 left to play in the second quarter. Coach Brown in the ear of the official just a little bit, probably talking about those moving screens. Clark drives left side of the lane, runner off the glass, no good. Williams strong on the board, puts it up and in. Farmers Bank shot, Davany Williams, and that's a player that gets better every game out.
She is really strong underneath that basket.
Boone faked the pass to the corner, kept it, drives it up and puts it easily off the glass on the left side of the lane, 25-16.
Boone is killing us right now. We've got to get a stop on her.
Clark wanted to go baseline and stepped on the baseline. Turnover, Caldwell County.
That is tough. That is tough right there.
Thompson out for Caldwell County. Ja'Kiah Copeland back in for the Lady Tigers. At some point, do you try to double team, or do you go with more of a trap against Boone just to slow her down?
You have to do something to make her give the ball up, whether it's completely change what you're doing defensively.
Double dribble by Crittenden County. Nice position held by Davany Williams. She took the bump And Crittenden County's girl, for some reason, decided to dribble again, but Davini Williams holding her own underneath.
You know, Anna Boone has 16 of their 25 points, so I feel like you got to do something. You have to pull something out of your back pocket to try to mix things up a little bit defensively to get the ball out of her hands.
Team Clark across the timeline, picks the ball up, over to Copeland. Copeland, spin move, takes it into the left side on the block, still has it out to Thomas. Thomas, runner inside the free throw line, no good. Rebound down to Crittenden County Stewart. Lady Rockets looking to run. They've got Federico back the other way, up and in. Second time tonight, Federico's gotten behind the Caldwell County defense, and it's a U-Ride timeout on the court with 2:20 to play in the second quarter. Lady Rockets up 27-16, back in 1 minute. Welcome back to the Cab, and all A second region semifinal game. Caldwell County seeing a close game be pulled away from them right now. Crittenden County stretching this one out to an 11-point margin, 27-16. Still 2:20 left to play in the first half, but Caldwell County has got to pull this one back together, get it at least single digits, you would think, by halftime, because Crittenden County really feeling confident at this point. It is Copeland at the point, dribbles it inside, puts a shot up, no good, but a foul is going to be called on Andrea Federico.
That's one way to do it, is get to the line. Get something going to the basket, get to the free throw line. We got to step up here and make them.
At the line is Jakaya Copeland. Goodwin Insurance free throws coming up for her. First one is in the air and good. Substitutions coming in for the Lady Tigers. Clark and Thomas come out. Butts and Akins back in for the Lady Tigers. 10-point lead for Crittenden County, just over 2 to play in the first half. Copeland eyes it, and a lane violation. And Davini Williams, I didn't know whether she got pushed a little bit because Crittenden County right there in the lane at the same time, but they're calling the lane violation on Williams.
I really think that one could have gone either way.
Boone brings it up court. Butts to pick her up defensively over to Hodge. Boone really goes off those screens well. It's Hodge, though. A long two makes it 29-17. I was just watching Boone come down and shake Briley Butts off a screen. You talk about you're supposed to rub shoulders. She rubs shoulders.
She knows how to use those screens so well.
Over to Sykes. Sykes drives a lane up and in. Nyla Sykes with the bucket, back within 10. 29-19 and a minute and a half to go. It is Evans with the basketball left side. Over to Federico. She'll find Hodge. Hodge with Akins on her. Hodge drives left side, throws it out to Boone. Boone, spin move, takes it down. Shot just outside the lane, no good. And a foul called on number 4, Morgan Stewart, as she fouled Davini Williams on the rebound attempt.
Good job by Davini, just getting in there, battling for rebounds, playing defense. She's having a good game defensively right now.
Back up is Jakaya Copeland at the point, a kid that might play the 5 spot or the 1 spot or anything in between. Copeland dribbles it, takes it to the hole. Little runner does not get a friendly bounce, falls into the hands of Stewart. Back up the court come the Lady Rockets, under a minute to play in the half. Stewart has the ball down low, back out to Evans. Evans drives, kicks it off under to Stewart, up and in for the bucket. 31-19. Caldwell County will bring it up with Copeland. Just about half a minute left to play in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime report brought to you by Travis Construction and Concrete coming up. Pass picked off. Anna Boone setting on that one, puts it up and in. And Crittenden County starting to pull away here, 14-point lead. Copeland across half court. Takes it right side. Takes it under to Sykes. Sykes turns, puts it up and in with 4 seconds to play. Crittenden County, I'm not sure we'll even try to put one up. A long heave by Boone is no good. And at the half, it's Crittenden County leading this one 33-21. We'll take a break and come back and get underway with the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime report next on WPKY. Welcome back to the Cab as we are at the half. Crittenden County with a 33-21 lead over the Lady Tigers. Getting underway now on the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime report. Travis Construction and Concrete for all of your construction and concrete needs, as well as driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, decorative concrete, remodels, and much more. Here's to building a successful year from Travis Construction and Concrete. Caldwell County kept it close in the first quarter, trailing, I think it was 12-9, but a big night in the first half by Anna Boone helped Crittenden County pull away a little bit, led by as many as 14, now with a 33-21 lead at the half. Time now for the stats of the first half. Of course, brought to you by Ackridge Farm Supply, Ace Hardware, a fourth-generation family business. Ackridge has been providing high-quality goods and services to Western Kentucky farmers and homeowners since 1933. Now with stores in Eddyville and Fredonia to serve all of your needs. And for the first half stats, here's Melissa.
So Crittenden County's being led tonight with a phenomenal first half by Anna Boone with 18 points. 3 threes, 1 or 2 from the free throw line. 10 of those being in the second quarter. We had no answer for her. We hadn't been able to stop her or contain her. So second half, we're going to have to give her some different looks and try to slow her down a bit. Crittenden County also has chipping in. Jordan Hodge with 4, Morgan Stewart with 2, Andrea Federico with 4, and Elliott Evans with 5. Elliott Evans hit that 3 late in the second quarter that really just was a knife in the back. So but for Caldwell, we're led in scoring by Nyla Sykes with 7, 1 or 2 from the free throw line, and then chipping in we have Tink Clark with 4, Bradley Butts our leading scorer with 1, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, Lulu Thompson with 2, Ja'Kiah Copeland with 3, Morgan Akins with 2, and Davany Williams with 2. Lady Tigers are 3 of 6 from the free throw line, and Crittenden County's 1 of 2. So not a lot of free throws being shot, not a lot of fouls being called. We got to be able to adjust to that in the second half. The Lady Tigers, we have several more people in the scoring column, just not enough points for each of those. I feel like we're doing a fairly decent job in the backcourt of taking care of the ball, but we got to eliminate our unforced turnovers. A lot of basketballs coming off the ends of our feet, things like that, in order to work our way back into this game.
I think the big key in the second half, you said it just a minute ago when you gave her stats, 18 big points in that first half. Anna Boone is really, she gets across half court, but she penetrates the defense, whether it's man-to-man or whether Caldwell County is throwing some zone, and she gets free throw line or lower as quick as anybody. What do you do to stop Anna Boone in the second half, or at least slow her down?
You know, I'd do one of two things. I'd either pack it in and make sure we point her. That means almost play a man-to-man on her, everybody else is in the zone, or just go to traditional box and one. And I, as a coach, never liked playing those junk defenses, but if Anna Boone has 40 points tonight, we don't have a chance.
Right.
And so when you have a kid that's just hot and that we haven't been able to stop, I think you put somebody in her face and deny her the ball. I would consider going to a box and one and just make somebody else beat us. She beat us herself. You know, she has 18, we have 21.
Right.
So she's almost outscored us in the first half. So I wouldn't let her touch the ball. I'd make her work for everything she has. I'd put 2 people on her in the backcourt, make someone else bring it up, and try to limit her touches. Because if she don't have the ball, she can't score. I think keeping her from getting the ball, though, is a problem in itself.
It is. She's a talented player. You got to take your hat off to her. She is one of the best in the region, but we do have to at least slow her down, make her distribute that ball a little bit more, because you're right, another 18-point half, and things will look bleak for the Lady Tigers. Coach, offensively for Caldwell County, you've got Riley Butts, the leading scorer on the season, with only 1 point, but I think this is a team that Caldwell County had success inside against at the Butler, and I'm not sure that tonight Riley is the main option as Caldwell County is looking to get it down low and score off the blocks and score inside.
You know, we're getting shots in the paint.
Right, yeah.
They're all contested shots, though, you know, and they're not calling a lot of contact around the basket. So those shots, even though we're getting them close to the basket, they're contested, so they're difficult shots. So, you know, we got to move the basketball. You know, we're behind, so we can't move it for too long. But we got to move the basketball, get open shots, and we just got to knock it down. You know, I'm not sure what our percentage is for this game, but it can't be very good.
Right.
So we've got to do a better job. And if we're going to miss shots, we've got to rebound better, and we got to get more chances. There are times tonight where we have. There have been a couple possessions where we have had 3 or more offensive rebounds per possession, but there's also times where we were one and done. So if you don't shoot well, you got to rebound well. So we've got our work cut out for us in this second half. We got to find a way to contain Anna Boone, and we got to have somebody step up and make shots. And
I think that if there were a bright spot for Caldwell County, and it continues to be game in and game out, I like the play in that first half of Davany Williams.
Sure, she's played an exceptional job defensively. She's being strong underneath the basket, some key rebounds. And so we're going to need that and a lot more in this second half. I think Nyla Sykes has tried to she has 7 points. She hasn't really been deep into the scoring column the last few games, so I'm glad to see her step up. And then, Ja'Kai Copeland, you saw her defending in the post, doing a really great job of that, and then she's having to bring the ball up the court as point guard.
Right.
Not many players are capable of doing that, and so I don't want that to go unnoticed. Because that just shows you how valuable she is to this team to be able to put her out there and put her in any position. So
and on the floor early, scrapping for a loose ball. That's what you like to see, especially out of your lone senior on the team. She's having a good night, but Caldwell County with an uphill climb, trailing this one 33-21 at the half. We're going to take a 1-minute break and come back and get set for the second half. That'll wrap us up on the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime report. Travis Construction and Concrete, here's to building a successful year from Travis Construction and Concrete. Back to the cab as Caldwell County will try to overcome a 33-21 disadvantage here at the half and come back against Crittenden County and try to get to the finals of the girls' second region All-A Classic, and that will be on Saturday at 2 o'clock. Coach, an interesting thing, the boys are in action tomorrow night, semifinals of the All-A Classic. This will be at Marion. You're taking the court against the number one team in the state. Your thoughts on that? What would it be from a coaching standpoint?
Well, you can't beat the best if you don't beat the best and play the best. So I think it's an awesome opportunity for our boys to go out there and most people are for the underdog. So I say you go out there, you don't have anything to lose, and you have everything to gain by going out there and having the opportunity to play the number one team in the state. It's not often you get that opportunity.
Right.
So it should be fun. If I were our boys, I'd be fired up and ready to go. I remember, when I was playing at Memphis and we played Tennessee, and of course we got obliterated a couple of times. But man, just what an opportunity to be able to do that. And so I still, my kids they like to hear stories about that, and just fun times.
Inbound to come to Crittenden County, but a steal and a layup by Tink Clark. Good start for Caldwell County here in the second half, down 33-23 now. Boone dribbles left-hand side, and they're going to give the continuation, and the foul is going to be on Briley Butts. I'm not sure tonight that one player is going to be able to stop Anna Boone.
I think it's one of those kind of nights where that rim is huge for her tonight.
Free throw is good. 13-point lead now for Crittenden County. Akins takes it to the lane, kick out to Thomas. Thomas wanted to go in the lane, cut off. Gives it up to Clark. Clark feeds Copeland down low. Copeland has it knocked away, picks it back up, looking for somebody to come to the ball. Finally, Butts does. Butts wanted to drive, and a blocking foul called on Anna Boone. Maybe run that play about 4 more times.
Maybe that's the solution.
Butts to put it in bounds. First foul on Anna Boone. Butts looking to get it in and knocked back out of bounds by Boone.
We've had such a hard time with our inbounds plays.
And we've tried several different formations to try to get somebody open. Finally, Clark gets it in for Caldwell County, down low to Thomas. Thomas gets one to crawl across the front of the rim, and the foul. Thomas will go to the line.
I'm not sure how she did that, Dennis. I'm pretty sure the ball hit the bottom of the rim and spun around.
I was waiting for it. You're right. I was waiting for it to come back to her, but it found a way to crawl. And the free throw is good. Caldwell County back within 10. Not quite a minute played here in the third quarter. Butts stops Boone on the left side. They get it to Hodge. Evans on a pick. Gets it on the right side. Has Akins on her. Evans on the switch. Now it's Copeland on Evans. They'll stop her on the block. Back out to Boone. Boone goes off a screen.
What's he going to call here? Because
I'm not sure Federico was really set, but they're going to call that on Briley.
2 Crittenden County players just ran into each other.
So foul, second quick foul of the quarter on Briley Butts.
I don't like that call at all.
In it comes to Evans. Evans back to Boone, who circled around from the baseline. Now Boone, top of the key, has Thomas on her. Down to Federico. Out to Hodge. Back over to Boone. Long three, wide open off the front of the rim. No good. Ball loose. Thomas comes up with it for Caldwell County. Lady Tigers with a stop. Let's see if we can cash in on the offensive end. Sykes with the basketball. Right elbow over to Copeland. Copeland takes it all the way up and in off the glass. Farmer's big shot. Jakaya Copeland. And Caldwell County coming back now 36-28. Boone takes it all the way to the hole, stripped away. I think that was a nice play by Copeland to knock it off her leg.
So it's going to take a team effort to slow Boone down. We can't let her get that deep. If she gets beat, if Briley gets beat out front or whoever's guarding her, we have to have someone stepping over and help.
You talk about first steps of a lot of players. Boone has got one of the quicker first steps and can use either hand.
She really does.
Clark had it knocked away, goes back, picks it back up. Now Tink drives, little runner from the side, off the glass and in. Soft touch. Tink Clark, and Lady Tigers back within 6 at 36-30. 5:45 left to play in the third. Caldwell County is moving it now to Sykes on Boone. Boone into the lane, shot up, and it looked like Chicaya got a lot of basketball on that block, but she will get saddled with the foul as well. First foul, they're going to give that on Sykes from behind. First foul on Nyla. Back to the line is Boone, misses the free throw. Into the game for Caldwell County, Lulu Thompson. Chicaya Copeland's going to come out. Boone back to the stripe for her second attempt. This one up and good. 7-point lead for Crittenden County. Thomas over to Clark. Clark will bring it up, and she will be met by Georgia Holman, the sophomore. Hand off to Thomas. Thomas takes it to the right side, wants to go off a screen from Thompson. Down to Sykes. Sykes in the lane, off the front of the rim, no good. Sykes gets her own rebound, kicks it back out to Clark. Clark takes it, a runner in the lane, too strong off the back of the rim. Stewart fell down with the rebound, gets it to a teammate. Stewart still down on the other end. And an official timeout as they check on Stewart, slow to get back up the court. Unfortunately for Caldwell County, it looked like number 15, Holman, was about to be called for a travel as she drug a pivot foot. Mm-hmm. Stewart will come out of the ball game for Crittenden County. Lady Rockets put it in play from the sideline. And a U-Ride timeout called by Crittenden County's coach. 37-30 Lady Rockets with 5:05 left to play in the third. Back in 30 seconds. Welcome back to the Cab as Crittenden County now leads 37-30. Caldwell County has trimmed 5 off of that halftime lead.
We got to make a run right here, Dennis. I feel like this is a pivotal point in the game, and we got to get a stop.
Holman gets it into Boone. Boone guarded by Sykes. Sykes trying to front Boone, deny the pass to Boone. Now goes down to Anna Boone in the corner. Ball knocked away from Holman on the pass. Clark picks it up. And it's Caldwell County back the other way. Clark into the corner to Thomas. Thomas, late drive back down to Clark. And a reach-in foul is going to be called on Crittenden County. See who this one is called on. And I think it's Federico. So Caldwell County will inbound it, which we've had a little trouble with this. You can't take this as a given tonight. Inside it comes to Sykes. Sykes fouled on the play. Should be on Holman with the hold.
Sykes did a really nice job of continuing to go to the ball, and she was able to draw that foul right there.
Holman comes out of the game. Stewart back in after getting checked out after the injury just a minute or so ago. Thomas throws it up. Clark able to keep it in the half court for Caldwell County. Clark looks it over. Guarded by Hodge. Want to go left. Curl. Nice screen by Sykes. Ball into the hands of Thomas. Thomas drives. No good. Rebound up by Thompson. No good. And it's Evans with the board for Crittenden County. Good opportunity there, but just couldn't cash in. Now back out to Boone. Long left, right side three. Off the mark. Chased down on the court by Morgan Akins. Caldwell County looks to run. Sykes brings it up the court. Over to Thomas. Thomas right corner. Skip pass across the court to Clark. Clark wanted to feed down low to Thompson. Instead, it gets thrown and knocked away Crittenden County with the steal. Evans back the other way. Short jumper, no good. Sykes up high over Stewart. Nyla brings it up herself.
Nice.
Euro step.
It's a foul.
Has it blocked, and a lot of contact again.
I didn't think he was going to call that.
I did not. I don't think the one closest to the play did call that. Second foul on Anna Boone. Puts Nyla Sykes at the line for 2 Goodwin Insurance free throws as Caldwell County trying to claw back, down by as many as 14 at one point in the first half. Sykes' free throw dies on the back of the rim and falls in. Copeland and Williams into the game for Caldwell County. Akins is going to come out, and looks like Thomas is going to come out. They seldom let you play with 6, Melissa, but I was hoping.
Well, I mean, we could use 6 out there right now, I think.
Sykes steps up to the line. One thing different about Nyla's free throw, she'll leave a little bit of space between her toes and that free throw line. Second one off the mark. And Crittenden County back up into the offensive court. 3, no good. Rebound. Thompson battling for it. Lulu gets it over to Copeland. Caldwell County had numbers in the backcourt. Copeland with the basketball, has it knocked away, picks it back up, over to Sykes. Sykes into the lane. Little up and under, no good. Boone with the rebound. I think that one partially blocked. Back up court, a 3 on the way by Hodge, no good. And it's Thompson with another rebound for Caldwell County. 3 to play here in the third quarter.
Well, Crittenden's really struggling to put the ball in the hole right now. We got to take advantage of it.
Sykes thought about the 3, instead dribbles inside, gives it up to Williams. Williams turned right into a Crittenden County player. Really affected her shot quite a bit. Lady Rockets with the rebound, and the U-Ride timeout on the court with 2:49 left to play in the third. Back in 30 seconds. Back to the cab. Caldwell County down by 6, 37-31 out of the U-Ride timeout. Coach, one of the things I love about you joining our broadcast this year, I get to pick your brain for your opinions. You look down in that Caldwell County huddle during these timeouts, and I love the focus of these girls and the eye contact. They're focused in on what Coach Brown is saying.
They're intense. You know, we've struggled this game at times, but our girls are focused. They want to win this game.
And it comes to Hodge. Hodge guarded by Clark. Over to the left side it goes to Evans. Evans back out. Federico now top of the key. David and Williams give her plenty of room out there. If Evans beats us with 3s, we'll take that. Instead, it's Hodge with a 3 top of the key that drops, and the lead back out to 9 at 40-31.
They have so many different people that can make shots.
Clark gets it across the half court. Over to Butts. That one slips right through her fingertips, goes out of bounds on the side. Akins and Thomas back in for Caldwell County. Thompson and Williams will come out. I think this is the most freely substituted game I've seen Caldwell County play this season.
It has been, and I think it's worked out pretty well for us. A lot of times, when you sub that much, kids can't get into the flow of the game. I really don't think that's the case tonight.
And it comes to Hodge. Back to Boone. Good job by Briley Butts. Makes her give it back up. Now Hodge with it. Left wing, dribbles back top of the key. Akins moving her feet well with Hodge. Hodge to Boone. Little push off, not called. Little drop down pass, nobody home for Crittenden County. Med Thomas able to track it down. Turnover Lady Rockets. And it's Clark back the other way. Slices the defense up off the front of the rim. No good, but fouled on the play.
Excellent job of Tink getting to the rim. She's having a really nice night tonight. I'm glad to see her. And we talked about her being a key to the game. And I think she's battling. And so I love watching it. And she just needs to knock down these free throws right here.
Goodwin Insurance free throw number 1 for Clark. That one too strong. off the back of the rim. Foul was on number 4, Morgan Stewart, the freshman, her second. Caldwell County will shoot fouls free throws the rest of the way. Second free throw also no good. Federico snatches the board down amongst traffic for Crittenden County. Couple of empty possessions where we had chances on close shots or free throws this quarter. And Crittenden County back the other way with Boone. Foul is going to be on Morgan Akins. Her first, 4 on Caldwell County. So a minute 28 left in the third quarter. Both teams will shoot 2 shots the rest of this quarter. Boone open to Federico, kicks it into the corner. Wide open Hodge for 3, and it's good.
That's too easy for Hodge. You got to know where she's at.
Hodge with a nice shot. Not much rotation on the ball, but she is deadly from the three-point line. Lead back out to 12 where we started the quarter. Caldwell County had trimmed it to 6, but a 6-0 run by Crittenden County. Butts shot no good. Rebound underneath by Copeland, no good. And it's the Lady Rockets with the rebound. Under a minute to play in the third. Snowbird up on the other end. Evans shot up no good. And that one's going to go out of bounds. Caldwell County basketball.
Evans was able to get behind the defense. I don't think the Lady Tigers saw her down there.
Fortunately, she missed the bunny, and Caldwell County will get the basketball with 45 seconds to play in the third quarter, trailing 43-31. Clark working on Hodge. Clark takes it to the hole, fouled on the reach in. See if they got Federico on that one, and they do. So Team Clark back to the line, missed her last 2. But this is where we talked about the free throw percentage in the pregame show.
Yes.
Caldwell County at some point this season has to improve on that to win these close games.
Absolutely.
This one up and no good off the back of the rim.
You know, you're trying to cut the lead, so you're doing the right thing. You want to get to the free throw line. You want to get fouls, get that clock stopped, but we got to make them.
Second free throw. Again, too strong. Butts battling underneath,
Good job,
rips it
Briley.
away. And Briley back up and in with the bucket. Sheer determination for Briley Butts on that one. Boone, though, gets around 2 players, throws it up off the glass, no good. But Anna Boone will go to the free throw line. Lead at 10 with 26 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Anna Boone, one of the best players in the region, still just a sophomore. Free throw is good.
And I see why Crittenden's team free throw percentage is so high. It's because Anna Boone takes most of them.
She gets to the line a lot. I think you said out of her 20 or 21 points a game, 7 come from the stripe. Sykes back into the ball game. Akins out for Caldwell County. Lead at 12. Caldwell County made a good run in the third quarter, got it down to 6. So they kind of stalled out at that point, mostly from the free throw line, as Clark has it now working on Hodge. Back over to Thomas. Thomas, top of the key, has Federico on her. Thomas, lob inside to Butts. Butts, a lot of contact, no call, misses the shot. Stewart with the rebound, up court it goes to Evans. Evans, short jumper off the glass is good with about a second to play. And Crittenden County will match their biggest lead of the night going into the fourth quarter after 3. Lady Rockets 47, Lady Tigers 33. Back after this. Welcome back to All A coverage on WPKY. getting set for fourth quarter action. Fourth quarter brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors. Everything a home should be at Cozy Living. Caldwell County trailed by 12 at the half, cut it down to 6 in that third quarter, but a late run by Crittenden County has stretched it out, matching their biggest lead of the night at 47-33. Lady Tigers with the first possession of the fourth quarter, and it comes to Clark. Clark gets it down to Sykes. Sykes too strong off the board. Down low, rebound to number 25, Rushing. Crittenden County quickly back up the court, dumping it into the corner now. Back out to Boone. Boone wanted to drive, cut off by Sykes. Sykes really staying right on Boone. Inside it goes to Rushing, though. Off the glass, no good, but a foul on the play.
We got to do a better job of keeping the ball handler outside the paint, because we're having to rely on our help defense, and help was there. It just causes a lot of fouls.
Third foul on Briley Butts. At the line is Rushing. First free throw's good. Crittenden County looking to get into the championship game on Saturday, which will be here at the Cab at 2 o'clock. Second free throw by Rushing, also good. Second game tonight, second semifinal is going to pit Lyon County's Lady Lions against Fort Campbell's Lady Falcons. Tink Clark to dribble it up for Caldwell County. Met by Hodge. Clark off the screen, has it knocked away by Boone. Boone drops it off to Hodge. Hodge has it taken away by Thomas from behind. Thomas gives it back to Clark. Up court it goes to Akins. Akins saves it inbounds, looks up with Federico on her. A reach in knock away by Boone. Tracked down by Clark. Clark near the logo, looking for somewhere to go. That's a reach-in foul on Anna Boone. I think that's going to be number 3 on Boone.
Both teams playing very aggressive man-to-man defense on both ends of the court. Both teams playing hard, battling this one out.
16-point lead for Crittenden County. So Caldwell County is going to have to make hay quickly. 7 minutes to play. Clark looking to try to get around Hodge. Gives it up to Akins. Akins left hand at the free throw line. Dumps it off to Sykes. Sykes off the glass. No good. Rebound underneath. Copeland. Copeland kicks it back out to Akins. Akins shot off the mark. And rebound by Hodge. Crittenden County looking to run. They have Boone up in front. Boone saves it back. Stolen away, though, on a nice play by Nyla Sykes in the backcourt. She'll give it up to Med Thomas. Thomas thought about pulling up for a three. I think a little indecision there. She had the three for a second. It closed out, and the ball hit the ground again. So a turnover, Caldwell County. You ride timeout on the court with 6:27 to play. Crittenden County by 16, back in 1 minute. Welcome back to the Cab as we have 6:27 left to play in this ball game. Crittenden County out to their biggest lead of the night at 49-33. That lead was as little as 6 midway of that third quarter. With just a late run by Crittenden County. Caldwell County unable to convert at the free throw line during that third quarter very much. And the Lady Rockets have stretched it out to the 16-point lead. Foul in the backcourt. Clark trying to do all she can against Boone. Crittenden County will put it in play. Only the second team foul against Caldwell County, second foul on Team Clark. Hodge gets it in. Kick over to Federico, runner off the side of the glass, up and in. 18-point lead as Crittenden County pulling away in this one now. Briley Butts gets set to check in at the next opportunity. Clark to Sykes. Had Thompson underneath, knocked out of bounds by the Lady Rockets. Butts in, and Team Clark will come out. 6 minutes, 1 second left to play in the ball game. Butts looking to inbound, which has been a chore at times tonight for Caldwell County. Tries to go to Thompson. That one knocked out of bounds by Rushing. Coach, what's one of the reasons we're having so much trouble getting this ball in on these inbound plays tonight?
The main reason is this is the first team all year that's played us in a man-to-man on out-of-bounds plays, and we're just not prepared for it.
Kick ball by Boone.
And so you can't stop moving. You know, we're going to our spots and standing because that's where Coach told me to go. You've got to cut. You've got to move. You got to get open.
Another kick ball. You got to go to the ball.
Yes.
Basically, you can't just, like you said, stand around and hope the pass is lobbed far enough to get to you.
Yeah, this out-of-bounds situation is a disaster for us tonight.
Butts to try for a third time to get it in play. Has Sykes in the corner, and it's knocked away by Evans. So Caldwell County is going to try a little something different. This time Thomas will take it out for Caldwell County. Thomas slaps the ball, try to get people moving, gets it in to Akins. Akins dribbles around top of the key, under 6 to play. Akins, spin move, drops it underneath the Butts. Butts up off the glass, no good, but a foul on the play. And if Caldwell County has any hope, this one is on Anna Boone, and one more would send Boone to the bench for the rest of the game. Still 5:49 left to play in this game. Not out of reach, but it would take drawing a couple of good cards here late.
You know, stranger things have happened. We got to keep being aggressive, getting steals, and making free throws.
First free throw up and in. Free throws brought to you by Goodwin Insurance, your locally owned independent insurance agency capable of handling all of your insurance needs. Go by Goodwin Insurance anytime for a free quote. Second one by Butts. Net. 51-35. Caldwell County not with any backcourt pressure. They just have somebody on Boone everywhere she goes. That's Nyla Sykes trying to stay inside the jersey of number 2. Hodge on the outside. Gets it over into the corner to Evans. Evans underneath. Federico got loose. All alone, up and easy. 2 points for Federico. It is Morgan Akins bringing it up for Caldwell County. Hand off to Butts. Butts wanted to go to Sykes. That one tipped into the backcourt. Sykes stopped at the half court.
That's a foul.
Federico not called. Med Thomas comes back with the basketball. Thomas down low.
Score that.
Thompson over to Sykes. Exactly right. Rebound underneath to Rushing, and Rushing gets tied up. Possession arrow to Crittenden County, though.
You know, when we catch the ball in the paint, we've got to score it.
And that's a move that Thompson has been doing a great job of lately, really, on that possession. Didn't really look at the goal. It's Hodge into the corner. Federico did not want the three, gives it back up. Now the lob inside to Boone, off the glass and in, and the foul.
Lots of inconsistency underneath the basket here. I didn't see much contact on that foul right there.
A 20-point lead. 3 subs for Caldwell County coming in. Williams, Copeland, and Clark out. Akins, Butts, and Thompson. Anna Boone at the free throw line having a monster night, well above her average already. This one good. 56-35. That's the biggest lead of the night for Crittenden County at 21. 4:45 left to play in the ball game. Clark working on Hodge, goes off a screen. Back out to Sykes. Sykes to Thomas. 3 no good. Rebound up, no good by Copeland. Copeland gets it back, throws it back up, no good. Williams off the glass and in. Good job underneath by the Caldwell County bigs, Copeland and Williams. Williams gets it to go, cut the lead back down to 19. Hodge out front. Tink Clark on her. Hodge goes left hand, circles back around to Rushing. Rushing into the corner to Federico. Good job by Caldwell County to cover the cut on the baseline. Lob underneath. It's Crittenden County with the basketball to Rushing. Kick out to Hodge for three. That one halfway down, comes back out. Rebound to Clark. Clark wanted the outlet pass to Williams. I don't think Davany was ready for that one, and probably a good idea that she wasn't because Boone was sitting there waiting.
Job, Tink.
Instead, Clark drives it in the lane, puts it up and in.
That's what we got to have. We got to have a lot more of those, though.
It's pretty much fallen on Nyla Sykes the second half of this game to try to slow down Anna Boone as Hodge comes up the court for Crittenden County. 3.5 to play. 56-39 the score. Rushing over to Boone. Boone wanted to go underneath, now back out to Federico. Federico with a toe on the line, guarded by Williams. Williams tried to get the steal, tried to knock it away, doesn't work. Over on a nice cut on the baseline to Boone. Good pass from Elliott Evans. And guess who's back at the free throw line for Crittenden County? Boone steps up with 3:07 left to play. First foul on Jakaya. Free throw is good. She will get the second. Caldwell County with just no answer tonight for Anna Boone. 58-39. Thomas inbounds to Clark. Clark up the court at the logo waiting is Hodge. Clark goes off a screen to Sykes. Sykes wanted to drive baseline, step back, shot up and in. Nice move by Nyla Sykes with the step back and the 10-footer. 58-41. Hodge does a good job as an 8th grader handling the basketball too.
She does. You can tell she spent a lot of time in the gym.
Into the corner to Rushing. Rushing back out to Boone. Boone loses her man. Pass down low. Back out to Rushing. 15-footer. No good. Thomas with the board for Caldwell County. She's going to try to hustle it back up the court. Pull-up jumper. Thomas no good. Ball loose and goes out of bounds. Stays Caldwell County basketball with 2:17 left to play. 17-point lead for Crittenden County. Crittenden County trying to hold on and face what likely will be Lyon County. And those two teams have met earlier this season. Crittenden County with a win over the Lady Lions. Inside it goes to Williams. Williams off the right side of the glass just will not fall. Ball knocked out on the rebound attempt by Nyla Sykes.
We really haven't shot the ball very well from the field. I'm curious to see what our field goal percentage is for this game. We've struggled to just finish.
Evans gets it into Boone, back to Evans. Caldwell County with full court pressure. Evans breaks it, gets across half court. Into the corner to Rushing, back out to Hodge. See if Crittenden County tries to run a little bit of clock off here. Clark on Hodge. Into the corner to Federico. Andrea Federico wanted to drive baseline, cut off by Copeland. Back out to Boone. Boone, a lob underneath. Shot no good. Foul underneath, though, as that lob went in to Briston Rushing.
Best way to defend that is with one foot in front of her and 1 foot behind her. And Davany kind of got turned around and allowed Federico to get behind her.
Foul is on Davany Williams. At the line is Briston Rushing. She makes the first. Butts and Thompson back in. Williams and Thomas come out for Caldwell County. 1:43 left to play in this one. 59-41 Crittenden County. Make it 60-41. Melissa, big turning point. Caldwell County got that lead down to only 6 in that third quarter. Had a couple of opportunities at the free throw line, couldn't convert. And it was back the other way with Anna Boone as Butts gets open on the baseline, puts it up and in.
Good cut right there from Briley, and good job of Tink having her head up. Good assist.
Boone with the basketball, working on Sykes. Goes cross court. Federico thought about the three, dribbles in, bounce pass up and in, and the foul as number 22, Elliott Evans, puts it in off the glass, and she will step to the free throw line to try to get the and one. Crittenden County is led by as many as 21 tonight. Now substitutes coming in for Crittenden County as this one in the bag. The Lady Rockets will advance to the championship game on Saturday to take on the winner of Lyon County and Fort Campbell coming up here in the second game tonight at the Cab. Evans converts the free throw, 63-43. Caldwell County will inbound with Butts into Clark. Crittenden County, no pressure in the backcourt. Little 2-3 zone on the other end. Sykes fires a three, no good. Butts with the rebound up and in for Caldwell County. Crittenden County inbounds as we go under a minute to play here in semifinal number one. Hodge takes it, circles it back out after some penetration into the hands of Holman. Holman, the sophomore, gives it back up to Hodge. 45 seconds. Over to number 12, who's not even on the roster right now for Crittenden County. Sykes back the other way on the steal, up and in, 63-47. Half a minute to play. Crittenden County back down the court. Shot up and no good. Caldwell County's Copeland with the rebound. Jakaya, outlet pass to Sykes. Sykes has it knocked away by Hodge. Hodge dribbles it back up, gets down inside. She'll pull up with 5 seconds left. Over it goes around the horn to number 23, Monday, and it's Crittenden County with the win to advance in the All-A. Lady Rockets 63 and Lady Tigers 47. We'll take a break and come back and get started on the Trilogy postgame report next on WPKY. We are back at the cab as we get underway with the Trilogy postgame report. Looking for an affordable and convenient gym membership for only $34.99 a month plus tax? Trilogy provides 24/7 access to a top-notch facility, state-of-the-art equipment, and experienced coaches to help you reach all of your fitness goals. Get in the game and feel great at Trilogy. Lady Tigers fall to Crittenden County tonight in the first semifinal game. Crittenden County wins this one 63-47. Lady Rockets led by as many as 21. Lead at the half was 12, cut down to 6 about midway through the third quarter. But it was Crittenden County, all Crittenden County after that, as Caldwell County went a little bit cold from the free throw line. Crittenden County got a couple of runouts, and it was the Lady Rockets, Anna Boone, having a monster night for them tonight, and they pull this one out. They'll face either Lyon County or Fort Campbell. Crittenden County owns a win over Lyon County earlier this season, and that will be for the All-A Regional Championship on Saturday. That game here at the Cab scheduled at 2 o'clock on Saturday. Time now for the stats of the ball game, brought to you by Ackridge Farm Supply, Ace Hardware, a fourth-generation family business. Ackridge has been providing high-quality goods and services to Western Kentucky farmers and homeowners since 1933. Now with stores in Fredonia and Eddyville to serve all of your needs. For the stats of tonight's game, I'll turn it over to Melissa.
Story of the night was Miss Anna Boone, 29 points. She was unstoppable in the first half, and so she's just an exceptional game. Her effort tonight was just tremendous. So 29 for Anna Boone for Crittenden County. Jordan Hodge with 10. Elliot Evans with 10. Andrea Frederico with 6. Morgan Stewart with 2. And Briston Rushing with 4. Full disclosure, someone has 2 more points that I missed for Crittenden County. So, I mean, Anna Boone could have 31.
She could have 31. You're exactly right, and likely does.
We'll have to see who those 2 points go to. I will say this, Crittenden County was 13 of 15 from the free throw line. For Caldwell County, we were led in scoring by Nyla Sykes with 12. Tink Clark added 10. Riley Butts with 9. We had 5 for Ja'Kai Copeland, 4 for David Eve Williams, 3 for Med Thomas, 2 for Lulu Thompson, and 2 for Morgan Akins. Lady Tigers 7 of 15 from the free throw line. Big struggles for the Lady Tigers tonight. We had trouble at times scoring, putting the ball in the basket. We did take care of the ball a little bit better than we did the last time we played Crittenden, but it just wasn't enough.
Joined now on the Trilogy postgame report by Coach David Brown. And, Coach, thanks for coming up tonight after this one. After one quarter, it looked like this one was going to be pretty tight. These two teams played a good game at the Butler Gym back early in December, but it was just a monster night by Anna Boone. It seemed like we didn't have an answer for tonight.
Well, it was no surprise what they were going to do.
Right.
I mean, that's something we've talked about it. We've worked on it. We've broken down game film. And at some point, we've got to have somebody step up and say, this is not going to happen anymore. And that's just, I'm not trying to sound mean, cruel, but at some point, you've got to say, we're not losing to this anymore. We're not going to give up anymore. And, hats off to them. They do what they do very well,
Yeah.
And at some point, we've got to take that same intensity back.
So you were down 12 at the half. I liked what I saw coming out of the locker room. You guys made a run in the third quarter, got it down to 6. Then you hit some struggles at the free throw line. Crittenden County took advantage on the other end, came back and stretched the lead back out, and then closed it out down the stretch. But I like the fight out of your Lady Tigers out of the locker room. They didn't come in and just cash it in at halftime. They came back out, trimmed that thing down to 6.
And we had an opportunity. We really did. And, we had an opportunity to get back in the ball game, and we did. And then a couple things didn't go our way. We had a couple of defensive breakdowns, and then, it was missed a couple opportunities at the free throw line. And those are things that, those free throws, as we all know,
right.
Every one is critically important. You can't give away free points, and that's the, you might say, well, the discrepancy between the final score and the free throws is not the same. It might be true, but it's when you miss those free throws at what point in the ball game that it has a ripple effect that it doesn't always show up in the stats.
Yeah, there were times tonight where I feel like it looked like we had a lid on the basket. We were getting inside, but we talked about, even though we were able to get in the paint, it seemed like every shot we took tonight was contested.
It was. And we took some off-balance shots. There were some times we come into the paint or we got the ball, we rushed to get it up instead of having our feet set, and so we were off balance a little bit, which again will affect shooting percentage too. But I mean, and they have some length, which is something that we struggle not as far as you have height or you don't, and but that's if they're long, pull up a step further back, because we have players that can make those pull-up shots.
Yeah, there were times tonight I felt like we got too far into the defense. We would dribble into the defense and then try to make a shot. So how do you get your players to understand that it's okay? Sometimes a shot 3 feet further out is better than a shot right up against the defense where they're going to have a chance to block your shot.
And we've worked on that in practice. We've worked on that and try to put game type situations. We have certain drills and exercises that we do that, okay, if the defender comes with their hands down, to shoot. If you drive and they drop back, then pull up. If you see them go straight up, then it's time to pull up. But if they come out charging on you, go around. And it's those things. For some reason that hasn't, when we get out there off the practice court into the game court, those things for some reason don't always transition over. And I think part of it is that only way to win tough ball games is you've got to go through those tough ball games and find a way. And experience is part of it. And we are, in practice, we try to create those situations where they have to do that. We try to create situations where